Today I'm going to do a full face of e.l.f. products. If I look down here, there's my mirror. So to start it off, I use a primer. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I have to say I've used this before, so it's quite a hard consistency, so you just got to get your finger in there and then it loosens up. I have quite large pores, so like using primers that either fill them or blur them. A little bit tacky, but really smooth on your face, really smooth. So let's start with the foundation. So now when I ordered these products, I went for the same colour because I like to use a base colour, eyes, and then a concealer colour that's the same as my foundation for my blemishes because I have quite a few. So this is the only one weird thing. So this is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in light ivory. So then I thought, you know, let's get the concealers. We got the Hydrating Camo Concealer in a satin finish. So I got light ivory and fair warm. This is the light ivory. This is the light ivory. Now to me, this has a pinky undertone and this has a yellow undertone. So it'll be interesting to see how these play out. Decided to also buy a beauty blender because mine are getting a bit old. But this feels like an actual sponge texture that you'd use to like wash up. This will be interesting to see as well. Pump on my hand, 2 pumps. It's quite a thick consistency. Just dab that in. Start blending. It's very pale, which, as you would have noticed, I am very pale. For a night out, I'm a full coverage girl, but for just day-to-day stuff, I'm not really, and I like it to be quite buildable. Also, my face is prone to cakiness, I'm sure. Blending out quite nicely, but I'm not sure about this sponge. I normally use Real Technique sponge and I love it. To be fair, that foundation is a pretty good match. I'm pretty impressed with myself because I got it online, so I quite like it. It's not full coverage. Overall, I quite like it. I don't know if I'd reach to it all the time, but I definitely would for an everyday foundation. Matches my skin tone, applies nicely, but I'm not sure about the sponge. I have actually just got natural lighting. Just turn the ring light on, so let me know if you prefer the natural light or the ring light. Concealer, as I was saying, one to match my foundation and one for under my light ivory, and this is a camo concealer. Dot to dot time. Now, I learnt this off of TikTok, actually. I'll link her down below. Now is leave it to dry a bit. So usually, I get my fan, just give it a dry. And I go in with a dry beauty blender and just blend them in. Overall, it's blended in quite nicely with the foundation, which I'm really pleased about because I was worried as it looked more pink. Now let's try the under eyes. I think I could have gone lighter on this colour. My main thing for me with concealer is creasing under the eyes. I always crease under the eyes. Can't stop it. If I powder too much, it goes all cakey. It's horrible and really defines them. So I really try and look for a concealer that, as long as possible, doesn't have those creases. That's the base. I'm quite pleased with it, actually, looking at it. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. It matches my skin tone. I think maybe a tiny bit yellow, but we'll warm it up in a minute. I'm just going to set those eyes with not that. This is using the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. White. I think it must be clear. I was going to say translucent, which, to be honest, it basically is. It doesn't leave any whiteness, but I don't do baking. So just checking under my eyes. As you can see here, this is my creasing under my eyes. Very difficult. I've not found many products that can actually hide it for long. As you can see, it is kind of showing it. I bought a contouring brush as well. Flat, thin brush, so I can do here, my nose, and under my chin. And bronzer is Forever Sunkissed. Quite a nice warm tone. Ooh, not a fallout then. Oh, that brush is nice. Just gonna do it under my chin. I really rate this brush. It's nice to get a line before I start blending. So I'm really pleased with this purchase. Like a bit of bronzer. I like a bit of bronzer. Eyes I'm so pale. Give me a bit of colour. Now let's try my nose. So, warning. I'm not the best at nose contour. And I quite like my little nose, but sometimes it can get lost. So I'm just gonna, with the edge, ooh, go down. Ooh, I really rate this brush. Just need a tad there. Blend that in. I don't want any harsh lines. What do you think? What do we think? I'm liking everything so far. Creasing under my eyes is happening, but I just get the beauty blender and just go in there throughout the day, really. Leather. Got this wonderful palette. Oh, you can see all my mess. Can you see me? Hello. I am filming on my phone because it's my first time, so I will buy a nice camera if people like me. So, I've got the blush palette in light, clearly. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of shimmery. This is like bronzer for me. So I'm going to go for this one, I think. Go very light, in case it's crazy. Oh, no, it's there. I think I was a bit nervous. Let's give it a real smush. A little bit on my nose. Oh, it's very, very rosy. Blends out nicely. Before I put on the highlighter, I'm just gonna go in with a bit of powder. I'm liking it so far. Boop, boop. So I'm going in with shimmering highlighting powder in Starlight Glow. It's quite a nice champagne-y colour. Just rub that in a bit. Just go lightly. Ooh. Oh. See that glow? I've got a big side on this side. Then tip of my nose. And up there. Bridge of my nose, yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. I like. Now we're going to go with the brows, so I'll do one on camera and then the other off camera. So I'm just going to brush any product that is in there. Brush that out. I have rubbish eyebrows, so lovely beautiful line here and then they spike up. And at the moment in lockdown they're not getting waxed, which means these are a bit AWOL. What I do like is the new laminate brow. It's like this on here, so I'm quite happy. The e.l.f. pencil, it's an instant lift brow pencil. Colour is neutral brown. So I'm just going to fill in the gaps and then a line across here and work way up. There the eyebrow is with just a pencil. I don't mind the pencil. It's not quite sharp enough, like pointy enough. And it moved as I was like using it. This was going lower and lower, which isn't very helpful. I'm then going to go in with the Wow Brow in brunette. Normally I use a clear brow, but fancy something different, why not? And I'm just going to stroke everything upwards. Being quite light on it. There we have it, brow one. So there are my brows. Overall, I like this Wow Brow, but I'm not sure on the pencil, to be honest. It works, but it moves a lot and it's just a bit frustrating. Now to the best bit, eyes. So I've ordered this palette, which is Earth and Ocean by Elf, and it came like this. Broken. However, I have contacted them since and they're sending me another one, which is lovely. But I really wanted to film this. A green look today, which I don't think I've done before. I bought 2 brushes, but I'm not sure I'm going to use one of them. One's a smudge brush, the other one is a eye crease brush. So I'm going to go with that one first to create this green look. Now, there isn't a base colour I would use. I'd use quite a light one. I'm going to go for Can't Keep It. And I'm just going to put... Ooh. Okay, not sure on this brush. Not light enough for me. So I'm going to go with my Jeffree Star one. My fault. See if we can just blend that out a bit. Really have to work with it. It's not the easiest eyeshadow to blend out. However, gorgeous colour. And then, going to use this brush, use Spruced Up on the lid. So there's the green. It's quite patchy. To be fair, it looks quite nice. It's just quite hard to work with. I think I'm going to go for the Sahara colour, which is a green. Just put that on. Oh. Oh. Now I like that colour. So that's the eye look so far. We're also going to go in the inner corners with, I think, this colour, Sun Yourself. There we go. Then we're going to do under the eye. And there we have it. Here the eye's done. I really love the colours, but it's really hard to blend out. But overall, I like the look. Just going to add some highlighter to the brow bone. we pop in with the highlighter. We're popping. We're now going to use the Intense Ink liner. It's like a felt tip pen. Eyeliner on camera, what pressure. Let's do one eye. There we have it. Eyeliner. So I'll just do the other one and then I'll review it after. Overall, I like it. It's black, which I like. You can get really fine line with it, which sometimes you can always end up going overboard, so it's nice to have a fine line. And yeah, they're pretty easy to do actually. Go in with the e.l.f. Keep It Curl. Got a nice wand. Overall, I quite like it. Feels really light on my eyelashes, which I quite like. And it's black, you can see it. I don't wear eyelashes, and I have short eyelashes, so it's quite hard to see my eyelashes. Here's the result. I don't know, I think my eyes are popping. With my makeup looks, I like to do dramatic colours, but wearable. I'm impressed. On my Instagram, I put a post up with me wearing lipstick, which I don't normally do. And I didn't think it really suits me, but everyone else thinks it does. So maybe next time, lip lacquer in Fantasy. So we'll just... Love the doe fur. So soft and flexible and just beautiful. Champagne-y kind of glittery colour. And I like it, it gives it a bit of pop. Looks like you're wearing something but not too much, which is my vibe, so I'm quite pleased. And then, last of all, Matte Magic Mist and Set. So we'll give that a go. Smells of something, but I'm not sure what. It's quite a harsh spray, but not like where it feels like it's like rain. Yeah, we'll see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Aldi and Morrison's for shopping. I'll check in with you hopefully in a couple of hours and see how it lasts. But yeah, here's the final look. And do you know what? I'm not mad. I like it. I like everything about it. Brows are a bit messy. I think I'd quite like to try the Wow Brow on its own. I'll definitely the e.l.f. Putty Primer, as I said, I've used that before. The highlighting shimmer powder, because that look glowy. The eyeliner, much as it's a little difficult to work with because you probably have to refresh it a bit. I like the way it looks and sits on my face. The mascara, it's so light, I don't feel like I'm wearing any, which I love, because I actually don't really like wearing mascara. Hence why I don't like lashes, because it's just too much on my eyes, they're quite sensitive. And I like the lip lacquer, it's not sticky. Tiny bit, but not really, it's not that tacky. It's a gorgeous colour, and I think that would go with anything. And if you're like me that doesn't like wearing lipstick often, these sorts of lip glosses, what they called it, lip lacquer, is a go-to. And the Wow Brow, but I would like to try that on its own. So yeah, what do you guys think overall? Just thought I would check in. So far, the full face of e.l.f. is doing pretty well. Seems to be lasting quite nicely. Obviously I'm struggling in the blemishes places and the creases under my eyes. Don't know if you can see that, but to be honest, I always struggle with that and I just have to go over it sometimes. But yeah, so far it's lasting really well. I think it's been about 4 hours, so pretty good. Been out shopping and stuff, so
yeah.
And let me know if you'd like me to do more full faces of makeup. Thank you.